Yeah, today the lesson is on the breakdown of Romans 6 and 14. In Romans 6 and 14 it talks about sin, it talks about being under the law, and it talks about grace. So what we're going to do is, we know the church talks about sin, and it talks about the law, and it talks about grace. A lot of times they don't understand what sin is. They don't teach you what sin is in church, and they don't teach you about the law in church, and they don't teach you what grace really is. So what we're going to do is bring the understanding of what sin, the law, or being under the law, and grace actually really is. You know what I'm saying? Because people go around, they say, well, we live by grace. You know what I'm saying? We're not under the law. People say that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the scriptures and give you a clear understanding of what it means, and we're just going to break it down, so just follow along. Okay, we're going to start at Romans 6, and start at Romans 6 and 1.
Romans 6 and 1. What shall we... I'm sorry, did everybody have Romans 6 and 1? I'm sorry.
You good? Everybody there? Hold on, wait for him real quick. I'm sorry. You straight? Actually, wait for me. Okay, go ahead.
Romans 6 and 1. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin, that grace may abound?
So it says, what shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin, that grace may abound? Okay, so jump down to 6 and 14.
Romans 6 and 14. For sin shall not have dominion over you. For ye are not under the law, but under grace. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? The Most High forbid.
Okay, so we're going to go back to 14. Read 14 again.
For sin shall not have dominion over you.
So it says, for sin shall not have dominion over you. So let's clear up what sin is. Okay, go to 1 John 3 and 4. A lot of this is going to be review, but it's also for clarification. We're going to basically be using nothing but scripture. I'm going to elaborate a little bit, but what's already understood don't need to be explained. You know what I'm saying? The Bible explains itself, so really I don't have to expound too much on none of this. We got a few scriptures we're going to go through, so we just going to hurry up and get through it so that y'all can get the understanding.
You said John what?
1 John.
Yeah, 1 John 3 and 4. Okay, I'm going to read Romans 6 and 14 again, but y'all, make sure y'all get 1 John 3 and 4. Let me know when y'all there. 1 John 3 and 4. Read.
1 John 3 and 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law.
So whosoever committeth sin, do what?
Transgresseth also the law.
So whoever is sinning is going against the law. Okay, keep going.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
So sin is the transgression of the law. So in Romans 6 and 14, okay, in Romans 6 and 14, it says, for sin shall not have dominion over you. So what it's basically saying in the first part of Romans 6 and 14, it said, for sin shall not have dominion over you. So therefore it's saying, so transgressions of the law, meaning breaking the law, should not have dominion over you. So sin is breaking the law. Okay, go to Matthew 5 and 17. Everybody. So that's the clearing of the first part of that. Part of that scripture, which I'm talking about, Romans 6 and 14. You ready?
Matthew, the 5th chapter, the 17th verse. Everybody got that?
Read.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
So it said, think not that I am come to destroy the law. So it says, think not. Don't put it in your head, okay, that he came to destroy the law. Okay, let's see what the law is. Okay, go to Deuteronomy. Hold where y'all at. Put your finger at Matthew 5 and 17. Go to Exodus 24 and 12. Remember, hold Matthew 5 and 17. But go to Exodus 24 and 12. There. Read.
Exodus 24 and verse 12. And the Most High said unto Moses, Come up to me into the mount, and be there. And I will give thee tables of stone, and a law and commandments which I have written, that thou mayest teach them. And Moses rose up.
Straight. Read that one more time.
Verse 12. And the Most High said unto Moses, Come up to me into the mount, and be there. And I will give thee tables of stone, and a law and commandments which I have written, that thou mayest teach them.
So Moses went to the Most High and got the laws and commandments on the tablets. So, like y'all was holding, go back to Matthew 5 and 17. Read that first part again.
Matthew 5 and 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
So he said, think not that I am come to destroy the law, statutes, and commandments. Because we just went to Exodus 24 and 12, and Moses got the law, statutes, and commandments. Keep reading.
Or the prophets.
Or the prophets, which is the prophets. We're reading out of the prophets now. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Those are the prophets. Okay? Isaiah, those are the prophets. Keep going.
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
So he came to fulfill. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually go through that process too and show you what he fulfilled. Go to Isaiah 53. Reason why I'm covering, this ain't really a part of the lesson. The reason why I'm covering is because our mind's well. You know what I'm saying? Our mind's well covered it. Isaiah 53. Start at 1.
Isaiah 53 and verse 1. Who hath believed our report? And to whom is the arm of the Most High revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form nor comeliness.
So this is describing Christ. It said he had no form nor comeliness. So he wasn't you know what I'm saying, somebody who the women would just flock to, because it said he had no form nor comeliness. Comeliness means beauty. Okay, keep going.
And when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him.
Keep going.
He is despised and rejected of men.
Because Christ was despised and rejected of men. People didn't want to hear what Christ had to say, what he was bringing. Keep going.
A man of sorrows.
Sorrows because he had compassion on the people. And the people was going through things. Israel was going through tribulation. Come on.
And acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not.
Right, so he was despised, and we didn't lift him up. We didn't value him. So we didn't esteem him. Okay, we esteemed him not. We didn't value him. Our people didn't value Christ. Keep going.
He is despised and rejected of men. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me.
You good? Come on.
Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of the Most High, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions.
He was wounded for our transgressions. That was Christ, wounded for our transgressions. Come on.
He was bruised for our iniquities.
He was bruised for our iniquities. Come on.
The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed.
Right, because we know Christ was beat. You know what I'm saying? He was whipped. And that's where he got his stripes from. We healed by the stripes that he took. The punishment